What's up, beast people? Titos here, and welcome to the introduction video of the Pokemon X Stagelocke. Now, this is gonna be the new series that I will be doing on the channel, and this video is to explain you guys the rules of the Stagelocke and what is the Stagelocke, how does it work. Well, I'm gonna explain you guys the best I can how this Stagelocke works. Now, of course, as per usual, the first rules are the normal nuzlocke rules, which are the three basic rules that we all know, which is first, if your Pokemon faints, it will be considered dead and must be boxed permanently or released. Second, you can only catch the first encounter of each location on the game. Of course, it could be either city, cave, route, whatever. Just one Pokemon per location on the game. And of course, nicknaming your Pokemons, because it creates a stronger bond between the player and the Pokemons and all that bunch of crap, but it's a rule. So those are the three normal rules that, of course, as always, are on a lock. Now, as for the Stagelocke, what's gonna make it different? And this one I came up with, this one I made it. I made this from scratch. I didn't base my ideas off of anything. It was just an idea that came up with from thinking that Pokemons have different stages. Now, of course, Pokemons have different evolution stages, and on the game there's some items that have that kind of same system, like they progress through the game. Like, for example, first there's potions, then there's super potions, then hyper potions, and then there's full restores. Well, based off that idea, I made some rules and I made a new lock variant, so I hope you guys like it. So basically, to start off, each stage represents different points of the game, which will be determined by the amount of badges you have. Now, you can freely choose how many badges for each stage, depending on the game or difficulty, and even choose how many stages you want between 1 and 4. So, as you guys will see, there will be 4 different stages, and there will be a list of items below each, so don't get scared yet, and there will be an image, so I'll explain all of this. You guys can see that's 4 stages, and you can see the badges that splits the game into 4 stages and the items you can use on each stage and everything. Now, I'm gonna proceed to tell you guys what are the other rules, and then I will explain how it all works together. So basically, first rule is you can only use the items that correspond to the stage which you are at the moment. For example, if you are on stage 1, you can only use first stage Pokemon, Pokeballs, potions, and repels. That's it. I mean, you can use TMs, of course, you can use any other, let's say, evolution items or even the normal items from the game and all that. You just can't use anything else that's not a first stage Pokemon, a Pokeball, a potion, or a repel. That's it. You can't even use status healing items. That's not an option on stage 1. Now, if you look at stage 2, you can only use second stage Pokemon, Great Balls, Super Potions, Super Repels, status healing items. Now, of course, as you guys can see, this kind of looks like the unlock, but it's not, because the unlock would allow you to do things that you couldn't do before. Now, this is not like that. On stage 1, you can use those 4 things, but on stage 2, you can use those 5 things, but you can't use what's on stage 1 anymore. So on stage 2 you cannot use first stage Pokemon, Pokeballs, potions, and repels. That's not an option anymore on stage 3. And same goes when you go from stage 2 to stage 3, and from stage 3 to stage 4, the same. So basically, you don't unlock what's on each stage. You basically change the whole game on each stage, because there will be items that you can use only on each stage. So I hope I explained that well. I hope you guys understood. I'm trying my best. Now, another rule is that Pokemon that don't evolve can be used in any stage or not. That's up to the player if you want to use them or not. Now, if you decide to use them, you can use them on pretty much any stage. Why? Because they don't evolve. They don't have any stage that classifies them as a stage 1 or stage 2 or even stage 3 Pokemon. So you can basically use them any point of the game or not, if you want to make it even more difficult for you. Another rule is you can't use any other type of Pokeballs. Now this is what explains what I meant by you can use other items, just try to stick to the ones on the list, because basically there's more Pokeballs, but you can't use those. Those you can't. You can only use Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, and the Master Ball, depending on the stage you are. So that's it. You can't use other Pokeballs. You can't use any other healing items. That's another thing. You can't use berries to heal up your Pokemons. You can't use max potions, because that's not included, because there's hyper potions and full restores, and max potions, who even uses that? Hyper potions does the job, and full restores are good to go too. So that's pretty much it. So you can't use max potions, you can't use any other type of revival herbs and all those things that you can use to heal up, or berries. You can't use any of that. You can only use the items on the list that's here. Now, when changing stage, your Pokemon must be at the level that they evolve or above, or you must have the required item to evolve them or be able to get them right away. Otherwise you can't use them and they must be boxed permanently or released. So basically, let's say, as you guys can see here on the example, you're on stage 1 on the second badge. If you beat the gym leader, you're officially on stage 3. Now, you gotta make sure that if you're gonna go battle the gym leader, or at least even after you beat the gym leader, your Pokemons end up on the level that they can evolve. The transition between stages is the battle with the gym leader. So you gotta make sure, for example, on stage 1 we're gonna beat the second gym leader. Your Charmander, it's the best example, it's at least level 16. So it evolves on the first battle right after you go to stage 2. So that's how you can proceed to use the Charmeleon and keep going with it through the game. Otherwise, if it's on a lower level and it doesn't evolve, then that's it for him. It died, so you must box it permanently or release it. So make sure you check on the levels and on the items. If it's a Pokemon that requires a stone to evolve, make sure you have that stone, so you can use it right after the battle with the gym leader. And evolve it, and you can use it on this next stage. Because stages go by evolving your Pokemon, so you gotta make sure you can do that. If you can't, your Pokemon must be released. Now, another rule is that, of course, on stage 4, you are allowed to use third stage evolution Pokemon. Now, why is that? You can't use stage 1 on stage 2 or 3, and you can't use stage 2 on stage 1 or 3. But why can you use stage 3 on stage 4? Because on stage 4 you basically can use Mega Evolutions. And not adding stage 3 Pokemon there would be pretty stupid, because that would limit a lot the number of Pokemons you can use. Like, only being able to use Pokemons that can Mega Evolve, it's really stupid, on my opinion. So basically you can use third stage Pokemons, and you are allowed to use Mega Evolutions on stage 4. That's pretty much it. Shiny Pokemon can be catched, but you can only use them if you are on the stage that allows you to use it depending on its evolution stage. Now, for example, Prinplup use only on stage 2. Why is that? Because Prinplup is a stage 2 Pokemon. It's on the second stage of his evolution line. Now, if let's say you were on stage 1 and you encountered the shiny Prinplup, well, you can catch it, but you must have it boxed until you reach stage 2 to be able to use it. Now, if you are on a higher stage than the shiny Pokemon, that pretty much makes it useless, because you will not be able to use it, because you will not be able to train it or evolve it. So, pretty much it's up to you. If you are lucky enough to find a higher stage or the same stage Pokemon that is a shiny, you can catch it and either box and wait for the stage you can use it, or use it right away if you can. That's pretty much it. Just make sure to follow the stage rule there. Next rule, which would be the last one, is that you can't use healing berries, but you can make your Pokemon hold them on battle. Now that's the thing I said before, you can't use another healing options, berries are included there, because berries can heal up your Pokemons and all that stuff. But you can give them to your Pokemon, so that you can make your Pokemon hold them on battle. What you can't do is use them. You can't go outside of the battle and say, oh, let me heal up your burn with this. No, you can't do that. You must give it to your Pokemon, and the Pokemon will use it on battle. That's it. That's the only way you can use the berries. Those are pretty much the rules. Of course, just to clarify at the end, this is basically you split up the game in the 4 stages, or less if you want. You can do just 2 stages or 3 stages. Doing 1 stage is really hardcore. I don't think going with unevolved Pokemons would be sane, but there's already a type of lock for that, so that would not be really a stage lock. So I would recommend go at least 2 stages, so it's more viable of calling a stage lock, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all pretty much up to you, the player that will play this, and you can see just a little explanation on this. You can see on stage 4 there's the Master Ball. You probably are asking, there's only 1 Master Ball, what am I supposed to do then? Well, think carefully what you want to catch, because that will be your last Pokemon. That's pretty much it. Because think, you can only use Master Ball on that stage. There's only 1 on the game. Now, how many Pokemon will you be able to catch? Just 1. That's it. If you can catch the Legendary, well, go ahead and do it, if you really need it. If there's any other Pokemon you really want to catch, then that's it. You have a Master Ball, I mean, it's not gonna miss. So, that's pretty much it. So basically, adding the stage 4 gives you the Mega Stones, which is kind of an unlock thing, but at the same time will restrict you from being able to catch more Pokemon, because you'll only have 1 more try, 1 more chance, which is the Master Ball. Will restrict you from using repels. That's another thing, you won't be able to use repels to avoid battles with wild Pokemons and probably get a death by a wild Wobbuffet, who knows. And you'll be able to use full restores, which is better than Hyper Potions and full heals, but you gotta think, you really want a stage 4 on your stage lock or not? That's up to you. Now, that's pretty much it for the stage locks, so it's really easy and simple to understand, I think. I hope I explained it well, and I hope you guys understand it. I mean, any questions you want to do, or that you have, or any help you need to make your own stage lock in case you want to play it on your own channel or anything, and you need my help, then go for it. Just comment down below, and you can ask me if what you want to do works as a stage lock or anything, so feel free to comment down below anything, any questions, opinions about it would be really appreciated too. I want you guys to tell me, what do you think? Do you think it's gonna be cool? Do you think it's gonna be really hard? Do you think it's gonna be really easy? Do you think it sucks? I don't know. Tell me your opinions down below. Any feedback would be really appreciated, because this is just the first lock variant that I am releasing on YouTube. This is just the first. This is mine. The unlock wasn't. I'll say it again in case people still think the unlock was mine. No, I didn't do the unlock. This one I made. Now, of course, all feedback and questions down below in the comments. Make sure to fire punch the like button down below if you're hyped for the new series, which will start tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys on the next video. So stay beast. See ya.